Alright, gonna show you our farm today. Gotta get some water. It's February, but we've had some warm temps, so it's almost like mud season in Maine. Hi guys. Hello. You hungry? Hi. Hi guys. I love those trough goat feeders. They look awesome. Hi, I know, you're hungry too. You can, huh?
Yes, see?
I know, you're such a good helper for Mommy. Look at you go.
Yeah.
You gotta put it in the hay bag. Here, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Oh, just go set it down next to it. Watch out for Faye. There we go. You loving on Faye?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many babies do you think she's gonna have?
It's right there.
I know. Hi, Sky. How many babies do you think Faye's gonna have?
3.
3? I think so too. That's a good guess. We've got 4 that are due between March and April. Faye's due in March. Well, hopefully. She had 2 breedings.
Just 1, 2 in here, and 1, 2 in
Yeah. They're all pretty much on this side. She's getting nice and big, though. That's a nice big belly. All right. Always fun doing stuff one-handed. Oh, I don't need any more on this side.
This other baby's gonna come out.
March. Couple more weeks, bud. Are you gonna be out here with me when they're born?
No.
Yeah.
And this one's
That's right. We already had some in there, so there we go. Good. All right. Hi, Thelma.
one there.
So Thelma's also pregnant. Look at that nice belly.
Where?
Thelma. Which one's Thelma?
This guy?
Yeah, this guy. And Louise is also pregnant. Louise is kind of our little queen bee of the herd. She gets huge, but I bet you anything she's only got 3 babies in there. This is Magnolia and Annie. Hi, sweetheart. They're all Nigerian dwarfs. That's all we do for a breed. Huh. Hi, guys. Hi. You are. So we also have Maggie. She's also due in March. So we've got, let's see. So Maggie's due March 15th. Faye and Thelma are due on March 9th. It's all right, Sky. And Louise, the camera, and Louise is due April 5th. Faye may have a second due date in April, but I don't know. She got pretty big pretty quick, so I think she might go in March. You did? Yeah, Magnolia.
Yeah.
So we're in the process right now of weaning the goats off of milk because we've got several that are going to be kidding out kind of all at the same time. So we're not getting much milk right now, but soon after the babies are born, I'll start milking them again. And then come summertime, we'll be inundated with about, with about 8 gallons at a time in the fridge. Once you have several in milk, it always seems like you can never get through it fast enough. And we'll have more, like these younger ones. They'll be bred later in the summer once they're a little bit bigger. They're all almost a year old. And yeah, so they'll be bred later in the season to have like late fall babies. So we'll have Lots of goats and milk by the end of this year. Hi, boys. Hello, boys. Hi. We've got Teddy, Doc Brown, and Percy, short for Perseverance. He was one of the last litters that we had, from one of the last litters we had born here last summer, and he was the only one who survived out of the triplets that were born. The other two were stillborns. So Doc's got some pretty intense scurs, but we keep an eye on them to make sure they're never growing into his head. But that's why he has the weird looking horns that he does. They're not full-fledged horns, they're just scurs. I did not do his just budding, someone else did, so hard to control it if you don't do it yourself. So I always try to do it myself now. Alright, last animal we've got are our barn kitties, which is always fun finding where they bat their dishes. Oh, there's one. As of right now, they get some wet and dry food. They're still kittens. They're elusive, that's for sure. Hi. Hi. So we brought these guys home in December. They're designated as barn cats. They're kind of pretty well feral. They came from our local shelter, the Animal Welfare Society in Kennebunk. Love that place, by the way. That's where we've gotten all of our pets. Anyways, yeah, you have to follow the guidelines with barn cats, with keeping them in a crate for a couple weeks, feeding them in there and all that. And then you open the door and they can slowly, check everything out. So they stay pretty much in the loft. What's funny is that yesterday we had a really nice warm day. It's like the 50s. And it was the very first time I've actually seen one come down and sit in one of the barn windows. But otherwise they pretty much hang out up here. I think once it gets warmer, they'll probably venture outside a lot more. But I think they've already been helping a lot with the rodents. We've seen far fewer since they've been here for a little while. They're still kittens, but they're still growing. Both of them are jet black and impossible to tell apart right now. It's always kind of funny with winter in Maine. You reach times like this when it gets warm and you're like, yes, let's go outside, and then then it looks like this. No matter what you do, it always just kind of looks awful. But we'll get through it and then be beautiful again in the summer. All right, you gonna get the egg out?
Yeah.
Good job.
This is it.
Good job.
This is
Did you want to carry it in, or do you want me to take it?
I want you to, but I'm going to talk about it.
Okay, you gonna talk about it?
Yeah, I found it in here, and I got it very carefully, and this did not fall on it.
That's right, because you latched it, didn't you? Right there. And you got your little chair out so you could reach.
Yeah, this is my chair so I can stand on. This is my stool.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you carry it.
Okay.
Because I just don't want to drop it.
Okay. I think you're really good about not dropping them. We keep some fake eggs in there. It's a huge help to get the chickens to lay where they're supposed to. It's the single one thing I've had that's helped to keep chickens from laying out in the woods or whatever, because we keep them free range. They've got their coop to go in at night. But yeah, so they've got their whole coop to go in at night, but they're completely free range otherwise. We don't have a run for them. You all right? But for us, the benefits outweigh the risks with having them free range. In the summertime, their diet consists of bugs and leaves and grass and all kinds of great things. And the ticks. So when these guys were a lot younger and they weren't eating as much, there were days you'd find 3 or 4 ticks on you every single time you went outside. Once they really started roaming, they got a little bit older and they were doing more. The ticks were actually so sparse that you didn't even notice it anymore. I rarely ended up finding any on me. So sometimes we do lose chickens. It's a hard reality of free range. That's where for us the benefits outweigh the risks. To be completely bluntly honest. Roosters help. We've got 3 roosters we got from a friend of ours that they're all mixed breeds, and to be honest, mixed breeds have been the best for us. They're ones that don't attack, but they still watch over the flock. These 3 grew up together, so they don't fight at all. We don't have a huge flock right now. We do plan to get some more chicks this spring, but they do a good job protecting everyone, and they don't fight, and they don't attack us. So this time of year is the slowest on the farm. It's the least going on. We're drying the goats up from their milk so they can have their kids. We don't have our garden yet. Seedlings will start soon. What are you gonna do with Daddy's in a couple weeks? What are you gonna plant? Corn and maybe some tomatoes.
A lot of tomatoes.
Yeah, a lot of tomatoes. We do have a plan for a lot of tomatoes. And in a few weeks too, we'll also start tapping our trees and do our maple syrup. One of my favorite things about this time of year, it gives you something to look forward to. Maple syrup season starts and the kidding starts, so then it becomes really fun again. So we'll do some videos when we start tapping trees. We do a lot of homemade evaporators. We've made cinder blocks work for an evaporator. We may have to do that again. I'm not sure. We got an old oil tank, that my husband's worked on cutting down welding into a homemade evaporator. Hopefully we can get that finished in time. If not, we'll probably fall back on the cinder blocks. There's our farm for now, and we'll post videos again soon of maple syrup season and our kids when they arrive.